Welcome back to Albums Born Today, where we delve into the history behind albums celebrating their release. It's March 23, 2024. Let's explore what the past has in store for us today. Elvis Presley, often referred to as the self-titled debut album, is the eponymous debut studio album by American singer Elvis Presley, released on March 23, 1956, by RCA Victor. It marked the beginning of Presley's monumental career and played a pivotal role in popularizing rock and roll music. The tracks for Elvis Presley were recorded over 2 days in January 1956 at RCA Victor Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. The sessions were produced by Steve Scholes and Chet Atkins, with Presley backed by a group of seasoned session musicians known as the Nashville A-Team. The album showcases Presley's versatile vocal range and his ability to interpret a wide range of musical styles. It features a mix of rock and roll classics, bluesy ballads, and country-infused tracks, including covers of songs by artists like Arthur Crudup, Ray Charles, and Bill Monroe. Elvis Presley includes several of Presley's early hit singles, including Blue Suede Shoes, Heartbreak Hotel, and I Got a Woman. Elvis Presley was a commercial success, reaching #1 on the Billboard Top Pop Albums chart and staying on the chart for over 2 years. It became the first rock and roll album to sell over 1 million copies and played a crucial role in popularizing the genre among mainstream audiences. The release of Elvis Presley marked a cultural turning point, introducing rock and roll music to a wider audience and influencing countless musicians in the years to come. Presley's charismatic persona and rebellious image made him an icon of youth culture, and his music became synonymous with the spirit of the era. For Your Pleasure is the second studio album by the British art rock band Roxy Music, released in 1973. Roxy Music was formed in 1970 by Brian Ferry, a former ceramics teacher, and Graham Simpson, a bassist. The band quickly expanded to include members like Andy McKay, Phil Manzanera, Paul Thompson, and Brian Eno. Roxy Music's self-titled debut album, released in 1972, received critical acclaim and commercial success. For Your Pleasure was recorded at Command Studios in London and was produced by Chris Thomas, with the band members contributing to the songwriting and production process. The album was recorded relatively quickly, with sessions taking place in late 1972 and early 1973. For Your Pleasure further developed Roxy Music's distinctive sound, blending elements of glam rock, art rock, pop, and experimental music. The album features lush arrangements, innovative use of synthesizers and electronic effects, and Ferry's dramatic vocals and cryptic lyrics. The album's lyrics explore themes of love, desire, alienation, and existential angst, often presented in a surreal and enigmatic manner. Ferry's poetic lyrics and cryptic imagery add to the album's mystique and sense of otherworldliness. For Your Pleasure incorporates experimental and avant-garde elements, thanks in part to Brian Eno's contributions. Eno's synthesizer textures and tape manipulations add layers of sonic complexity to the album, enhancing its atmospheric and otherworldly qualities. The iconic album cover of For Your Pleasure features a stylized image of a woman's face obscured by a reflective mylar sheet. The cover, designed by Anthony Price and Brian Ferry, reflects the album's themes of mystery, allure, and ambiguity. Kaya is the 10th studio album by Jamaican reggae band Bob Marley and the Wailers, released in 1978. By the late 1970s, Bob Marley and the Wailers had already achieved international fame and acclaim for their music, which blended elements of reggae, ska, and rocksteady with socially conscious lyrics inspired by Rastafarian beliefs and Jamaican culture. Kaya was recorded at Island Studios in London, England, and mixed at Basing Street Studios. Kaya features a laid-back, mellow sound characterized by smooth reggae rhythms, soulful melodies, and Marley's distinctive vocal delivery. The album explores themes of love, unity, and spirituality, reflecting Marley's ongoing commitment to spreading messages of peace and positivity through his music. The album's title, Kaya, is a Jamaican slang term for cannabis or marijuana, which holds cultural significance in Rastafarianism and Jamaican society. Many of the songs on the album make reference to cannabis use and its role in promoting relaxation, creativity, and spiritual enlightenment. Kaya includes several hit singles, including the title track Kaya, Is This Love, and Satisfy My Soul. These songs received widespread airplay on radio stations and helped introduce Marley's music to a broader audience outside of Jamaica. Kaya was a commercial success, reaching number 4 on the UK Albums Chart and number 50 on the Billboard 200 chart in the United States. The album's smooth, accessible sound appealed to a wide range of listeners and helped solidify Marley's status as a global icon of reggae music. Van Halen 2 is the second studio album by the American rock band Van Halen. Released in 1979, Van Halen's self-titled debut album, released in 1978, was a massive success, propelling the band to stardom with its innovative guitar work, energetic performances, and infectious hard rock anthems. Van Halen 2 was recorded in late 1978 and early 1979 at Sunset Sound Recorders in Hollywood, California. The band members produced the album themselves, with engineer Don Londy overseeing the recording sessions. Van Halen 2 continues the band's signature sound, characterized by Eddie Van Halen's virtuosic guitar playing, David Lee Roth's charismatic vocals, Michael Anthony's solid bass lines, and Alex Van Halen's powerhouse drumming. The album features a mix of hard rock, heavy metal, and pop-infused anthems, showcasing the band's versatility and musicianship. Van Halen 2 includes several hit singles, including Dance the Night Away, Beautiful Girls, and Somebody Get Me a Doctor. Van Halen 2 was a commercial success, reaching number 6 on the Billboard 200 chart and eventually achieving multi-platinum certification from the RIAA. The album's success cemented Van Halen's status as one of the biggest rock bands of the era and helped pave the way for their future success. Van Halen 2 remains a fan favorite and a classic of the hard rock genre. Songs of Faith and Devotion is the 8th studio album by English electronic music band Depeche Mode. Released in 1993, Depeche Mode had achieved considerable success in the 1980s with albums like Music for the Masses and Violator, establishing themselves as pioneers of synth pop and electronic music. By the early 1990s, the band was at the height of their popularity. Songs of Faith and Devotion was recorded in 1992 at Madrid's Madridtown Studios and Chateau du Pape in Hamburg, Germany. The band worked with producer Flood, who had previously collaborated with them on Violator, and engineer Alan Wilder. The album marked a departure from Depeche Mode's previous electronic sound, incorporating more organic elements such as guitars, live drums, and gospel influences. The band experimented with a darker, more rock-oriented sound, while still retaining their distinctive synth-pop roots. Songs of Faith and Devotion explores themes of love, desire, spirituality, and inner conflict. The lyrics, written by Martin Gore, delve into personal struggles and existential questions, reflecting the band members' own experiences with addiction, depression, and fame. The lead single from the album, I Feel You, was released in 1993 and became a commercial success, reaching the top 10 in several countries. The recording of Songs of Faith and Devotion was reportedly fraught with tension and conflict, exacerbated by the band members' substance abuse issues and personal struggles. Alan Wilder, the band's longtime keyboardist, ultimately left the group following the album's completion, citing creative differences and internal discord. Despite the internal strife surrounding its creation, Songs of Faith and Devotion remains a significant and influential album in Depeche Mode's discography. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Feel free to leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Keep the music alive, and we'll see you in the next video.